Now to our other top story, the wrongful death trial over the crash that killed two brothers in Westlake Village. Today, ex-Dodgers pitcher Scott Erickson took the stand.
Yeah, he and his former girlfriend, Rebecca Grossman, are being sued 2 years after Grossman was convicted of second-degree murder. NBC4's Keenan Willard was in court during Erickson's testimony. Brings us the very latest.
It got contentious at times here in the courtroom in Van Nuys. Scott Erickson under intense questioning from the Iskander's family attorney, giving sometimes contradictory answers before eventually saying that he deleted messages between himself and Rebecca Grossman about the crash in the weeks following, and that he also didn't come forward to investigators at first about his involvement in the incident, only talking to them for the first time when they called him more than a week later.
You, the next day, knew those boys were dead, didn't you, sir?
Yes.
What were their names?
Mark and Jacob.
Day 11 of the wrongful death lawsuit against Rebecca Grossman and her former boyfriend Scott Erickson. Nancy and Kareem Iskander are suing Grossman and Erickson for $100 million, saying the pair's negligence caused the deaths of their sons, 11-year-old Mark and 8-year-old Jacob Iskander, in a Westlake Village crosswalk in 2020. Prosecutors say Grossman and Erickson went out for drinks before racing each other home in separate cars. And Grossman hit the two boys while they were crossing Triunfo Canyon Road with their parents. Rebecca Grossman was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to at least 15 years in prison.
As you approached the boys, you braked, didn't you?
No.
You accelerated.
Yes.
On the stand of the civil trial, Erickson said he was driving 50 to 55 miles an hour in a 45-mile-an-hour zone when the crash happened. He testified that after the crash, he returned to the scene but didn't speak to police about his involvement, not talking to investigators until they called him 9 days later. Erickson also said he deleted WhatsApp conversations between him and Grossman that took place after the crash.
Again, you were having conversations with Miss Grossman about this matter, weren't you, sir?
Yes.
And you understand that could have been critical evidence in this case?
No, I did not know at that time.
Last week, Erickson's former baseball teammate Royce Clayton testified that Erickson told him he had seen Grossman run over the boys in his rearview mirror. Clayton said he had had margaritas with Erickson and Grossman before the crash. Erickson was charged with misdemeanor reckless driving in the incident, but the charge was later dropped. On the stand today, he said he wasn't driving recklessly that day, and that Rebecca Grossman denied to him that she was responsible for the crash.
And did you discuss with her, don't tell anyone we were drinking?
No.
Did you tell with her, don't tell anyone we were racing?
We were not racing.
In Van Nuys, Keenan Willard, NBC4 News.